And we're live on the computer. And we have just a little bit more time before we're at the top of the hour. So I see our trainers here. Bonita's in charge. So we're just on the final countdown. Yeah, I think everybody's just kind of unwinding. And I don't know, unwinding is good, probably just to kind of organize your brain cells, but applying it as fast as possible so that it becomes a part of you is critical while it's fresh in your mind. Otherwise it'll become shelf help, right? So that you paid for it, but you didn't get anything out of it that really changed your life. So go ahead, Bonita, over to you.
Hey, well, thanks, Cindy. So the other night when you texted me and asked me if I'd cover the call this morning, I thought Deb and I were actually reading, and I told her, I said, gosh, I hope I don't run out of things to say. Otherwise, it's going to be like, okay, guys, get your chainsaws out. And we don't want to go there. So anyway, I thought of something to talk about. And I'm still thinking about this whole weekend with the most powerful women in network marketing. And I thought about how are they so effective? How do they get over all the obstacles that they had to get over and become what they are? And then I remembered that I had the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And so I thought I'm just going to go over those today and, maybe spark some things that you haven't thought about for a while. So the number one thing that highly effective people do is they are proactive. They do everything intentionally. So they recognize that it's their responsibility for that the choices they make are their own responsibility, and you can change your life and set it up in the direction you want it to go anytime you want. Number 2 is they begin with the end in mind. It doesn't matter how big or how small the project is, they shape their own future by creating mental vision and purpose for every project that they work on. Number 3, they prioritize things and put things that need to be happening first. And I think Cindy talked about that a little bit yesterday, about how we need to make sure that what we're doing is the real important stuff, and the other stuff can be put on the back burner for a while. And in another way, when I was growing up, my mom had 8 kids, and she would say, if you've got a list of jobs to do the most important or the one you hate the most, the hardest job first. And if you do the hardest job and then the next hardest and the next hardest, your day gets easier as you go. So think the 4th thing that they do is they think win-win. These people always have a different mindset because they think about, am I still here? Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, something happened. Anyway, they think about how to make other people's lives better. So it's not just all about what they can do. It's not climbing over people to get where they want to go. They think in terms of abundance and opportunity for everyone, in terms of we, not me. Number 5 is they seek first to understand and then to be understood. And this hit me so hard because if you think about the last time that you talked to Vertus Norton or Tyler Norton, they face you head on and they are 100% listening to every word that comes out of your mouth. Nothing distracts them. These highly successful people want to understand everything that you say. And so when you listen with the intent to understand others rather than to have the intent of thinking about what you're going to reply with, that's where true communication and relationship building start. Number 6, they synergize. Synergistic people seek a third alternative to any issue. So they're not just stuck in it's my way or it's your way and arguing about that. They figure out a third way to make something happen that's actually better than your way or my way. And then the 7th is they sharpen their saw. Highly effective people constantly renew themselves in the 4 basic areas of their lives. And they are our physical life, social, and emotional, mental, and spiritual. And sharpening these aspects of your life just increases the capacity to live the best way we can in all the other habits of effectiveness. So that's it. So for the next 20 minutes, think about one or two of these things. This book is called the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You can actually just Google this, and it'll bring up the 7 habits. You don't need to read the book, but I would suggest reading the book because it's really, really good book. So, and I cannot remember the author's name. I didn't write it down, so sorry. If somebody knows that, type it in. All right, see you in 20 minutes.